In this tutorial, we make this fan. I'm going to press play, and we also create an animation just to demonstrate how you can do it. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Hi guys, today we're going to make a fan. The first thing we want to do is select this object, press X and delete it, then press numpad 1, Shift A, mesh, and we're going to choose the cylinder. Then we're going to press R to rotate the cylinder, X on the X-axis, 90 degrees. And then we're going to press S and move the mouse wheel in to get the size you like. Then we'll press numpad 3, we're going to zoom in, we're going to press tab to go into edit mode, and we're going to turn on X-ray. We're going to use box select and select all these edges here, and then we're going to press G and Y to lock it to the Y-axis, and holding shift at the end here and just make it touch the blue line. Once you've done that, you can press tab, we can turn off X-ray mode, and we can right click here, shade the smooth, click on object data properties, the normals, and auto smooth at 30 degrees should be perfect. Then press numpad 1, and now we can create our fan. The first thing we want to do is press shift A, mesh, plane, and we're going to press R to rotate it, X on the X-axis, 90, and we're going to zoom in, we're going to press G to grab it, Z on the Z-axis, holding shift and make it touch just above the red line should be fine. Once you've done that, we're going to press S to scale this, X only on the X-axis, and just make sure it's within that perimeter or else it'll look funny. Next thing we want to do is press tab to go into edit mode. We're going to press 2 to choose edge select, and we'll select this top edge here, which is over here. You can also click that, press G to grab it, and Z to lock it to the Z-axis. Once we've done that, you can choose the height that you like, and then we're going to press 1, which takes you to vertex select, and we're going to select this vertex and press G and just bring it out something like that. And I'm going to lock it to the X-axis so it just stays in line. And this one here, G, and I'm going to lock it to the X-axis and take it to about there. Now that I've done that, the next thing I want to do is press that squiggly line on top, below the escape button. Gives you these options here, and I want to be on left select. Numpad 3 puts you on right orthographic. That squiggly line above the escape button on the top left of your keyboard will show you left select. Now that we've chosen left select, we're going to press numpad. We're going to go to edge select or press 2, and we're going to select this over here, and then we press left select, and we're going to press G, and we're going to press Y, and we're going to bring it out to about there, and we'll do the same over here, G, Y, and make some room. Now that we've done that, we can press tab, numpad 1, front orthographic view, and we're going to press 1 to go to, well, we're going to press tab to go into edit mode, 1 to choose vertex select, select this vertex, and press Control Shift B. And bring it out like that, and you can choose your fan style. The style I'm going to go for, that's actually not a terrible style. I'm going to go for something like that, and this end over here I'm going to press Control Shift B, and I'm going to roll this one out to make it smooth. Or I can press Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, and press Control Shift B, bring it out, and scroll the mouse wheel up and down for the shape we're going for. Something like that should be fine. There we go. Next thing that we do with this, Control Shift B, bring it out. We can make it stick out like that, which we might do, or you can just choose whatever shape you like. I'm going to press Control Shift B and just make it just a little bit like that. Now that you've got your fan and it's angled for wind, which is perfect, we are going to add some thickness to it. We're going to go to the modifier. Well, first thing we're going to do is press tab 3 to be on face select, and we're going to select this back face here, and we're going to press the squiggly line and press left, and then we're going to press E to extrude it, but we're going to hold in Y, and then we're going to hold in shift, and we're just going to make it just a little bit thick, not too much, something like that should be fine. There we go. Then we're going to press tab, and we've got our fan shape here. Next thing we want to do is add a modifier, and we're going to add a subdivision surface modifier. I'm going to press numpad 1, we choose simple so we don't lose that shape, but I think you get the idea. And we can press we can press tab to go into edit mode. We can select these edges here. Like first thing I do is I select this whole face. So in edit mode, choose face select, you select this face, then you switch it up to the edge. And then you zoom in here and you press control. You don't have to press control shift B, you can just press control B because it's an edge, and we can just hold in shift and scroll the mouse wheel and just create a nice little bevel so it's not sharp. And we can do the same with the back. So we choose face select, select the back, change to edge select, control B, hold in shift, and something like that should be fine. Tab. There we go. So now it's not perfectly smooth. Now we're going to add a array modifier, and the only way to get this done with absolute control is, first thing I'm going to do to this piece, if we press N, we can see that the scale is off, the rotation is 90 degrees, and the location is off. So the way we fix that is we press Control A, and we want the scale to be normal. Now it's 111. Control A, the rotation to be normal. Now everything is considered 0, even though it hasn't moved, and the location as well. Now with all that changed, we can press Shift A, and we can add an empty. And I'm going to use a circle empty just because it looks cool for this. I've chosen this empty, and now I can select this item again, deselect relative offset, and we're going to expand this, choose object offset, and we're going to choose the empty we just created here. And we're going to make this 5. And you'll notice that you don't see anything here, but if you choose this empty and you press R, you start rotating it, they all appear, which is great. So I'm going to zoom out, I'm going to press R, I'm going to hold in shift, and I'm going to choose the style. And the next thing I want to do, because this is kind of bothering me, I'm going to select this cylinder part here, press tab, 3, choose the face, 2, control B, and just bevel this out a little bit. So it's got just maybe something like that, and then 3, just select this, to control B, and there we go, press tab. That looks a lot better. And obviously the next step that you want to do is you want to select your fan over here, and if you look closely, nothing should be touching, everything should match perfectly there, so that is working. But you probably want to change the color, so we're going to go to the render view, and we're going to choose the light, object data properties, we're going to make this 15, and we change it to sun. And then I'm going to press numpad 7, and I'm going to rotate the sun to face this direction, so that when I press numpad 1, the fan lights up. Next thing I want to do is select this fan, go to material properties, we're going to add a material, and I am going to choose, let's make it blue, but we want to make sure that the roughness is low so it really shines. And I guess you could add metallic and specular. Now for this full effect, we're looking at it in Eevee, and Eevee doesn't always work great unless you tinker with it. So we're going to add ambient occlusion, bloom, which gives that shine. In fact, maybe bloom is too much. But one thing I do like is in film, you can choose transparent. So anything that doesn't need to be rendered won't be rendered. Bit of a time saver. And we're going to select material again, and we're going to click here, copy material, then we're going to click this bit here, new, click here, paste material, and we can still change the color if you like. So I don't know, there you go. So now the next thing we probably want to do is, I'm going to go back to material view so I can just look at it like that. See, now the problem with this, as you can see, it's got too much specular, too much metallic, and I just want to change that right now. So it just looks the part a little bit better. But I'm gonna choose that, and that's fine. The next thing you can do is you can animate this, which is with keys. So the first thing I want to do is select this cylinder part here, then shift and select this fan, Control P, and we've just created a parent. Next thing we want to do is choose this empty, select this. Well, let's actually create a new collection. Plane, cylinder. There we go. So we got our plane over here, which is our, I'm just going to rename that to fan, and I'm going to rename this to empty fan. So I know it's the empty for the fan, and I'm going to select this, shift select this, and the empty fan is light orange, the fan is dark orange, Control P, object. So now one thing I want to do, now when I look at the fan, if we go to transparent mode, we can see the empty over here. If we select this empty, we can auto key, and I will rotate this like that, and it's going to create auto keys. And we can just go to frame 10, rotate to there, frame 40, rotate to there. And because I'm doing it in an uncontrolled way like this, it's going to speed up, slow down, and it's going to look funny. But that's just to show you how much control you have over this. And I'm going to stop at frame 100. I guess that should be fine. And let's make it end at 100 over here. And we can go to render view, and we can press play. And just like that, we've created a nice, neat animation. The only thing I don't like currently is how the shadow is being rendered. So that you can go to your render settings, and you can click on shadows, and you can increase it to a high bit. And then you also probably want to mess with your light, numpad 7. And one thing that might be worth doing is to click on your camera view here. In fact, we probably want to move the camera, so we find an angle that we like. We press Control Alt numpad 0. We select the camera, press G to grab it, and then we click on the object data properties for the camera, and we can just reduce the focal length just to zoom it out a bit. And something like that should be fine. And if we go to render view, we can see how it looks here. And then we can select the light on this screen, and we can press R and just see if we can get any interesting shadows. And the next thing that you might want to play around with as well is just maybe, I actually personally don't like how the colors look at the moment. So I'm probably going to also increase the roughness to 0.5 and change the color to like a dark black. And then I'm going to copy this material. I'm going to select this middle piece here, and I'm going to paste this material. And when I zoom in like this, press Enter to hide that. When you render this out, you'll get something that looks like this. You can see the shadows, and obviously depending on how you render it, the shadows will look, it won't look so clunky, it won't be so blurry, it will be a lot clearer and perfect when rendered out. This is just demonstrating it in action. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.